So Yoni, welcome.
Thank you.
So you built a company around this time. Like, how did your thinking around ideation be affected by SolarWinds and the concept of, I think you got the business application mesh, all these SaaS services you use?
Yeah, so at the time I was really looking through my ideation process at SaaS applications, authorization, authentication, and how we can help the industry improve their controls around these areas. And when we look at SolarWinds as the campaign itself, not precisely what happened to SolarWinds as a company, we see a lot of different techniques that were used as part of supply chain access, and the fact that today attackers understand they need to target the weakest link within your security posture, and they'll find a vendor within that has access to your organization, and through there they'll find the right path into the sensitive data or into the privileges that they're looking for within the company. And as such, we started to look and talk to a lot of industry experts to understand what are you doing today about third-party risk, about supply chain access, and about kind of how you today control what access do external vendors have into your organization. And we kind of opened up Pandora box into a lot of different methods today when you look at the decentralization of IT and the fact that you have so many people today that can onboard new services, new vendors, provide them access, provide them high privilege access. And we realized that there's really like a mesh in the cloud between different business applications, whether if it's through a no-code, low-code automation, third-party apps, and API tokens that today are kind of wandering around without kind of governance and control within the company to help them secure and govern these types of access by third-party vendors.
So it sounds like you saw SolarWinds, had some ideas as a result of it, and then went and tested them and learned some things that weren't really on your radar at first.
Yeah, I think that we spoke about it last week. I think that we say in Hebrew that it's like mushrooms after the rain, but once you have a large major breach, you see a lot of startups coming up and trying to solve. I try to solve SolarWinds and I try to solve SolarWinds. So I don't think we kind of put that as our front. We want to solve the SolarWinds problem because it's not a problem. It's more of a symptom of a chain of supply chain attacks, and how we can really talk to the industry and talk to the customers and the kind of the practitioners to better understand how we can help better manage the risk that is associated with supply chain and not specifically solve a problem, because there's basically there's a trust problem, because you do an assessment, you onboard a vendor, and then you need to trust that vendor with a lot of activities they can perform within your organization. And we really want to help these companies trust them more by helping them manage the risk that is associated with the day-to-day business.